feel like China was better a year or two ago. Yeah, that's fair. Look, I don't want to just bring the whole region into it, but I do agree that there are a lot of things that they are behind on. Like, not mechanics. I think mechanically they're perfectly fine, but they are very behind. These teams are sometimes very behind on the way that they take map control, the steps. Their steps are like either missing or they'll do step 1 and then jump to step 6. And there's a lot of things that are like missing in their defaults that I think are just, that should not happen. Like, should not be a thing. But I don't know if they play like that regionally as well. You know, like this might be like anxiousness from Masters event. Simon fixes the defaults. I agree. I mean, I agree. I mean, thank God they have EDG, man. If EDG hadn't done what they did, this region would have a lot more hate for sure. Chichu and Kankang, the saviors, actually saviors of an entire region. They're better regionally, but it's tough to tell because they play each other. Yeah, it's tough to like bring up the mistakes because, you know, they're not punished. You know what I mean? They're not punished. So some of these mistakes go unpunished. They feel like this is good what they're doing. And then when they get to Masters games, like international games, they get punished for some of the things that they're doing. They're overlooking a lot of the key aspects of what you need to do in order to push back oppers, for example, or how defaulting works in a sense of like how to spread out the opponent correctly and with less risk than needed. And I feel like these things just don't happen all the time. For their defaults all look different. Every round to round, they just look different, especially at least on Haven. I liked what XLG was doing on attack side of Fracture, though. They played the same default every round. They had the same concept of taking A main first and then potentially going back to B. Like, whereas DRG, I didn't understand what DRG was doing on their attack. They were just running set strats, it looked like. But, yo, you know what I think China's really bad at? Like, these teams specifically? The 3v3 grindy rounds. They make the worst decisions in these 3v3 type rounds where players just get isolated so easily. They don't double peek as often. They just, in the clutch, they always seem to just stop talking, apparently. Players start playing by themselves, it feels like. They might be getting nervous when seeing other playstyles and probably less adaptive because of a single playstyle. I agree. It might be like a nervousness thing and an anxiousness thing. Who knows? That's why I don't like try to overanalyze the situations. I just say what I see, right? I'm not going to sit there and be like, this guy must have had a bad day. Something must have happened. Maybe he didn't eat the right breakfast. Like, I don't know a lot of the intangibles and what these players are going through mentally. I don't know, right? So I'm not going to sit here and assume a bunch of they're scared to make mistakes because their fan base is so toxic, then you should not be a professional player. Brazilian players should be the most scared of all players in the world if that's the case. Like, what?